All right, time to hop back into the rock pile.
What do we got here? Nothing good. Howdy, folks. Got a couple more of these rocks to spall, so I figure I might as well throw the camera on in case this helps anybody.
Which one to do next? I think I'm gonna do this one because I'm kind of curious about what's inside of it.
Ugh. And it shouldn't, I don't think it's gonna take that long. There's a big seam right here. And if you can see this on camera, it looks like there's gonna be some nice orange flint in there. And there's that seam, so I'm just gonna kind of prop this up here and give that a smack to start. And it looks good. If you can see that crack right there, I think you can. Oh yeah, you see that? That's good, solid flint. There was just a little pre-healed crack right there. Everything about this looks solid. I like it. I'm gonna take a little flake off of the bottom here just so we can get an idea of how good it is. Ugh, getting cramped in here. Oh, you heard that. Or I heard that, shoot. Yeah, cortex is pretty thick, but oh man, it's gonna flake good. That shows you there was like a little weird crack there I wanted to get by, but that crap. That's some solid flint though. That feels great. So I'm gonna keep this size. I can actually heat that, and that can make a giant point. So the key here isn't to knock it down into a bunch of tiny pieces. It's to knock it into as many usable pieces as I can that are going to be small enough I can actually heat treat them. I might do a big, I'm going to do this next right here. I might do a big natural fire. I've been thinking about how to do this in a more controlled way, but in a large way. So I'll keep you updated on that. I might dig an 8x4 pit, put a piece of polystyrene in the bottom, like a 2-inch piece. Kind of line the bottom and sides, do a little sand layer, fill it up. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, it's good. See that? Really good colors. I don't know what color it'll heat to. There's just this little plate here. Look at that. We got a nice little spall there. Pretty stuff. All right, and you can see there's some little holes here. That might just be right by the cortex, but we'll see once we get to napping it. All right. Let's see here. I don't know. That might actually be, I think I can get this in a turkey roaster. It's big. It's big and it's solid. Maybe I'll take one more hit off of this backside right here just to see. Get it down. There we go. Bear with me. Kind of wish that flew off. It's a nice piece, but I think it would have been one piece if, well, maybe not. Maybe that was connected weird like that, probably, yeah. So, good looking. Once it heats up, it's gonna be great. I can just tell by the way it's, you can feel it. There's not a lot of crazing in it. See a little weird crack right there? Probably just a surface crack. Could probably take one off of the backside here real quick. Just set it up here. I'm gonna put a little spacer in here, and then I'm gonna hit right here. Go down with it. There we go. Actually drove a nice big flat flake off that side. That is beautiful. And now this bad boy. Huge. Huge. Couple little subsurface cracks. That might go all the way through because I can kind of see it here. I can see it on the cortex. But you get what you can get. Beautiful. I think this is gonna transform and have some blue in it. Calling it. Okay.
Woo, that didn't take too long. All right, on to the next. This one's kind of small.
I don't know how good it's gonna be. I just kind of had it sitting here. Bring it up here so you can see. Turkeys approve. But I'm not sure. This one, something about it. It doesn't look
Super high quality.
but again, we're gonna knock it apart. We're gonna find out. Nothing wrong with that. Heat that up. Let's go ahead and do another hit right here. That one's not as high quality. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this nodule off of this side. Kind of a weird knob piece, but that's okay. All right, now I'm gonna take the back end off of this. Nice big flat spall. I'm gonna flip this bad boy over. Ugh. Not looking so bad. Take another spall. I'm gonna hit that fat chunk right here. Not so bad, not the best, but seems like, oh yeah, seems like we got some internal stuff right there that doesn't look the best. Let's go ahead and take something off of this side. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way. Good one there. Don't laugh at me, turkeys. I'm trying. Nice one. Another nice one. Again, even though there's some grit here, what are we going to do? We're going to heat it up. We're going to see how it works. I tend to like stuff that's not quite the perfect glass. Don't know why. I like looking at the perfect glass stuff, but napping wise, I always do a little bit better on
Grittier rock. Maybe that's just me and my platforms. Calm down, turkeys. I'm getting there. I gotta stretch. Okay, we got a goat coming into the mix here.
What other distractions can we have? Ugh. All right, this looks good. Not the best here, but some of that might be good. We'll see. Try not to pull. I see where I had this little crack here. Try not to pull it off with your thumb, especially if you got a hole in your glove, because you'll pull it and then it'll let loose and it'll cut the heck out of you. This just looks ugly. I'm gonna nap the back of this off. Actually, it doesn't look so bad there, just there, so we might try heat treating that, but if we could get this off, the rest of this whole piece looks really nice. Keep doing a little flipperoonie. And again, that one ain't so bad. We're not trying to obliterate this when you hit it, just remember that, because you'll swing right through it. We want to make a fracture and let the fracture run the distance. That's what we're trying to do. I think I can do one here. Not so bad. And then this, definitely small enough to put in something and heat up. So that wasn't the best rock, but it wasn't the worst.
All right. I don't want to tackle. I got a round one over here that Looks like it's gonna be good, but man, it's hard to nap round rocks, so, or spall round rocks, I should say. Well, maybe I should just get out of the way. Let's see.
All kinds of stuff up in here. All right. Let's do it. As you can see, big old, this was the bottom. It's got some nice clearish white windows in it, but I have no idea. The center could just be bunk. I'm gonna try to hit, there's a window right here. I'm gonna try to hit. That don't look so bad. It looks like there's some orange in there. The middle might be a little weird, but that's not so bad at all. Some of that crap off of there. A little different color change. Now this is where it's gonna be fun, is because this thing is so round. I'm gonna try to take a couple off, thin it down a little to give us some flat edges. Well, that was good. That big boy just came off, okay. That's pretty thin enough to do something awesome with. And now we got a couple off of the bottom. I might be able to flip it on its side now and run one down here, taking this off. Probably, but it's not really going to do what we want. It's still so thick. I'm trying to think here. How do we get into this top side? I might be able to hit downward here and get a piece to come off. I don't know. I'm gonna see. Maybe this angle will work. Oh, I see a little orange window in here, which is cool, but it didn't do anything but knock a little surface layer off. Which is difficult, again, round rocks. So I'm gonna try something here. Just trying to get the angle right. I already fractured this. It's just not there, coming off. Whoa. All right.
Stretch for a second.
So that opened this whole sucker up. And there's a lot of good rock in there. You can see where on the very internal side it didn't fossilize great. Kind of carve that away with my finger. But that's only going to go so far. That's pretty thick. So we're going to get to a point here where it's absolutely awesome. I think I see a crack running through this, or it might just be water that ran out. We're gonna see, and I'm gonna get the core back here,
And we're gonna
use this open spot to get into the rest of this. Look at that orange right here hiding. That might be crap, but it only goes to here. So let's try to get the rest of this stuff that's good. And then it's worth lugging the thing back to my car. All right, all right. Now this is the money shot. Try to really hit it right. No. There we go. Why money shot? Because it was nice and orange. Look at that. Nice big patty. There's only a little bit of that internal structure right there. That's gonna heat up nice. Wow, that was a good one. I'm gonna roll this thing around. I'm gonna try to take this off this side now. Actually, I'm gonna keep, just because of the angle of the lip, I'm gonna try one here. It didn't really do what I wanted. I think there was a internal crack, because that did something weird. That's okay. Just keep going. All right. That balance. Now again, that might not look great, but it's actually got enough thickness here. Or I think we just, there, knock that off. A nice ball. Oh, somebody's getting an Amazon delivery. You can see all the little coral tubes that didn't get fossilized. Just didn't reach enough. Oh, but I'm not picky. All right, I'm going to this side. It's not breaking great because of that internal crap, but again, I don't like it because it makes a mess of my napping circle. But that outer stuff is great, so we're gonna nap it or keep it or whatever. Same with this piece. It looks fairly solid. Maybe I do a special box on some of that. Okay, let's see what else is coming off. We're basically leaving the nasty in the middle. We're getting everything else, so. Another one right here, okay. Thick enough. So let's give it a try. Same with that. Thick enough. Again, let's just get the glass off. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. Ugh. Oh, didn't even have to hit it. It just naturally fell off. All right, all right. And this is, honestly, if I just knock the rest of this internal crap off of here, I can heat this. Okay, got a good one there. And then pretty much knocked all that crap off of there. Pretty good. Let's stretch. You can see how good the outer layer is. Beautiful. We'll just get this stuff off. All right, that's 2 down. I'm feeling it. Ooh. All right. I know I said I was gonna sit down, but you know what? That's easier with smaller rocks. I think with this bigger stuff, you can't exactly just sit down. All right, this bad boy is gonna get napped. I showed this at the beginning of that other video. Now I've already got a piece of this heat treated. It's up there on my deck. It's this piece. Probably gonna make 2 points because it's got one coming up here and one right here. But what I'm gonna do for this, it's thin enough, I think it's gonna be good through the whole piece. I'll go ahead and take one off the back here. Maybe I was wrong. That was a great piece right here. But you can see what the center looks like. I was 100% wrong. This is not a great piece. And there was no way to tell that by looking at that side. I'll probably still keep that. But that also means, okay, try to take off what you can take off. Let's see what we got here. Nice. Smaller flake. That's not exactly what we're going for. Here. There we go. This side of it looks great. 2 nice spalls there. Give her a, yeah, let's give her a flop. Okay. Take this off here. All right, really high grade stuff there. Heck, you could tell just by the sound. So maybe it was just that other end that was gross looking. Did not hit that deep enough. There we go. Just getting into a little of that white. The rest of that looks great. let's see here. I'll probably take one more off of here, and then we'll go back the other way. Little flakes. All right, that cracked. There we go. Nice big spall there. Looks good. Think here. Another one here. All right. Empty this boot real quick. I think I got some flakes in it.
All right. Stretch 30.
Back to it. This little guy's shrinking now. He's not anything scary. Nice spall there. This stuff's gonna be so glassy too. I'm glad just kind of the base and the extreme inside were where the problem is. I'm gonna just knock some of this off so when I hit the other side, I have a more stable platform. All right. Let's flip it. Let's see what we can get here. Small. Another one here. All right. Maybe not the best, but we'll heat it and see.
Take a look at this for a second. Honestly think, throw it back in a little hole here. It's probably something like get that off. We're getting to a tough area of this rock. Kind of thinking about how to approach it here. So I got another lobe of this off. It's got some of that internal stuff here, but I think it's got a whole lot more good rock on it than bad rock. All right, but that left me open with a really nice platform right here. I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Here we go. This one's nope. Right. Stronger than I thought. There we go. Just didn't want to release. That one's got a couple weird, looks like healed cracks in it. Nothing too bad. Take your time with this stuff. A lot of heavy weight. A lot of hammer swinging. Right. That's got a lot of the internal stuff, but still a lot of the outside. So again, I'll heat it and I'll knock off the bad. It's not all just perfect pinhead around here, you know. That was a good one. A lot of white on that one. I don't know if it'll heat treat. I'll still try it, honestly. All right, and then what's left here? Got a lot of the white center. It looks like we got a little more on this side we could probably get. Let's see if I can knock this off the back. Knock something off the back. All right, that looks like it's set up. There we go.
So we got the good stuff off the back. Honestly, we'll just we'll stretch, and we'll just give it a tap. We got a lot of that off. And I'm sure, ow, this will be easier to knock off once I cook it, because then you get a hold of a piece of the flint underneath that, and it'll just carry the flake through. So I see one more spot I'll hit, and then I'll try to get this piece off. And then I think this one's pretty much spent. I don't really even have a place to grab. There we go. That was nice. Got the goods. And this, I'll take one more little hit here. We'll see. Rest of that, I mean, hey, we got pretty much the goods, I would say. If I want to travel down this road again, you can always grab the piece and go back at it. Broke it in half. Still not really anything worth pursuing. Okay. Well, that's a lot of spawning, man. You guys learned something? Hell, I'm out here in muck boots and shorts because it is still hot, even though we're in October. You're gonna see me in pants around February, and that's about it. Other than that, it is too darn hot out here. Let's see what that has inside of it. A couple of these other ones are interesting. Take a whack before I shut this thing off. What's in here? What are you hiding? Anything good? Not really. That looked like some crap inside that one, so. Ew, stinks too. I don't mind, every now and then you get something like this, and I can always take advantage of it later and try to skin it. But if it doesn't have a good amount of meat on the bones, it's just not worth it. It's not worth knocking apart. I'll turn it into landscape or something like that. Too much time for good rock. Let's see what we got hiding in this one. That looks good. Red, solid. Not as good. A little funky in the middle of this one too. And that's how they are sometimes. Nope, no good. It's not all pretty. All right. I'm not sure if I have anything else over here that I was really wild about spalling right now. But maybe I'm wrong. It goes to show you how sometimes something can look kind of bad from the outside, and then you see that on the inside. That is really nice coral. Alright, that's the rock. You see that? Ew. But that ain't so bad. So I'm gonna, might as well, we're already here. Yeah. Go ahead and take this one down a little bit. Gonna be a couple little ones while I get this sheer face off of it. I think this right here is gonna be a good one. That's gonna make a nice monster point. Oh gosh, this baby's sharp. Okay. Give it another, get the edge off. There, just to the point so where we can actually connect and something happens. There we go. Not so bad, little crap there at the bottom, but that'll clean up. Go ahead and another flop. You can see the spot, that's the no good spot. All this looks amazing. So let's do what we can to get all that off of there.
Just gotta wipe some sweat real quick.
All right, here we go. It's gonna be a little bit bigger spall. Get it to sit right. There we go. All right, we got that. Looking pretty good other than that little bit of holes here. Seems to be one of the qualities of the video today. Some of these heads have some holes in the center. That is okay. I'm gonna go right here. No holes in that, baby. There's a weird disconnected piece. I'll just try to get it off from here. I don't know if it'll work. There we go. You can see this little line here. Little mineralization, so it was like an old crack. Could probably crack it apart now, but I'll just leave that. Okay. Nice solid one here. Go to the end here. This
Pretty cool looking. You can see where that structure went all the way through. I'm not sure if just under this it's fossilized or not. Pretty cool looking. And that
brings the size of our rock way down. Maybe I can get one more off of this side. Take a little of the edge off first. There we go. Got one. That's not so bad. This thing's starting to get really ugly though. Another little chunk. I still see some good coral on the back, right here. Sounded somewhat good. This is a pretty ugly core that's left.
All right, that's it for today. They got a wall of stalls. That pinhead's beautiful. That was probably the most consistent piece, but got some really good stuff off of all of those rocks. So hopefully you were able to learn through osmosis a little bit and pick up some of the angles I was using there to get those big patties off. Now, coral is such an irregular shaped rock that it can be difficult. And then you have soft spots of cortex
And then you have inner weak spots. You got all kinds of stuff to look out for. But at the end of the day, a whole lot of good spalls. Pan around here. Get this one shut this all off. Yeah, and then some really good white ones that'll probably have some orange or pink pop up in them. You got a whole bunch of stuff out here. I buried this one that I was working on earlier. You see all those polyps? Oh yeah. Oh, this guy, I forgot. We just said this guy's thing's gonna be amazing once it's done. Even if that crack is real there, that's still gonna be a huge point. So, hope you enjoy, guys.